Join me as I dive deep into the complex history of Syria and try to unravel what really happened to this fascinating country. Syria, a country located in the heart of the Middle East, has long been a crucial player in global affairs. Its strategic position, rich history, and diverse cultural heritage make it a significant nation that has shaped the region's politics and economy. From ancient empires to modern-day conflicts, Syria has witnessed it all, and its recent turmoil has left the world wondering what really happened to this once thriving nation. The central issue facing Syria today is the devastating civil war that started in 2011. This brutal conflict has led to the loss of hundreds of thousands of lives, displacement of millions, and destruction of entire cities. The humanitarian crisis is dire, with people struggling to access basic necessities like food, water, and healthcare. Moreover, Syria's geopolitical importance has drawn in regional and global powers, further complicating the situation. The involvement of countries like the United States, Russia, and Iran has led to a complex web of alliances and rivalries, making a peaceful resolution seem like a distant dream. Another critical factor is the rise of extremist groups like ISIS, which exploited the power vacuum created by the civil war. These groups have committed untold atrocities, forcing people to flee their homes and seek refuge in neighboring countries. The Syrian government's response to the crisis has also been heavily criticized, with allegations of human rights abuses and war crimes. The conflict has become a proxy war, with each side backed by different countries, further entrenching the divisions. The war has also led to a massive refugee crisis, with millions of Syrians forced to flee their homes and seek asylum in other countries. This has put a significant strain on the resources of host countries, leading to social and economic tensions. The international community's response to the crisis has been inadequate, with many countries failing to provide sufficient aid or support. Despite the dire situation, there are still many Syrians fighting for their cause, whether it's the government, the opposition, or extremist groups. Each side has its own narrative, and the truth is often lost in the midst of propaganda and misinformation. The conflict is a complex web of political, social, and economic factors, making it challenging to identify a single cause or solution. The roots of the conflict can be traced back to the Arab Spring, which swept across the Middle East in 2010. Pro-democracy protests in Syria were met with brutal force by the government, leading to the escalation of violence. The conflict soon became a full-blown civil war, with various factions vying for power. The rise of extremist groups like ISIS and Al-Qaeda added a new dimension to the conflict, making it a global security threat. The involvement of foreign powers has further complicated the conflict. The United States and its allies have supported the opposition, while Russia and Iran have backed the Syrian government. The conflicting interests of these powers have led to a stalemate, with neither side able to gain a decisive advantage. The situation has become a quagmire, with no end in sight to the violence and suffering. Pivotal events like the Ghouta chemical attack in 2013 and the Russian intervention in 2015 have changed the course of the conflict. The Ghouta attack, which killed over 1,000 people, prompted international outrage and calls for intervention. The Russian intervention, on the other hand, has been instrumental in propping up the Assad regime and turning the tide of the conflict. These events have had a profound impact on the current situation, making it difficult to imagine a peaceful resolution. In conclusion, the story of Syria is a complex and multifaceted one, marked by tragedy, conflict, and suffering. The ongoing humanitarian crisis, geopolitical tensions, and social upheaval have left the country on the brink of collapse. As we reflect on the current state of Syria, it's essential to acknowledge the human cost of the conflict and the need for a comprehensive and inclusive solution. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on the situation in Syria. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe for more content on global conflicts and international relations. If you're interested in learning more about the Middle East, check out our other video on the Israel-Palestine conflict.